In the vast, digital landscape of the internet, where information flows freely yet can easily drown in the noise, one blogger stood out. This individual, an ordinary citizen with an extraordinary sense of curiosity, stumbled upon something that would change their life forever. Their blog was a small corner of the web, initially focused on lifestyle tips, travel stories, and personal anecdotes. It was a humble platform, attracting a modest following. But as the blogger began to delve deeper into the topics of government policies and societal issues, they uncovered threads that seemed to connect in unsettling ways. The deeper they dug, the more they realized they were onto something significant, something that was not meant to be found. It all began with a seemingly innocuous post. The blogger had read about a new government initiative aimed at improving public safety. On the surface, it appeared noble, perhaps even necessary. However, as they dissected the details, a pattern emerged, one that suggested a different agenda lurking behind the facade. In their post, they wrote, "Is this just another program to keep us safe, or is there something more sinister at play?" This simple question ignited a firestorm of interest. Readers began to comment, sharing their own suspicions, experiences, and knowledge. It was as if the blogger had opened a floodgate, unleashing a torrent of hidden truths long buried beneath layers of bureaucracy and misinformation. With each subsequent entry, the blogger connected the dots, revealing a network of government initiatives that seemed to interlink in a way that suggested not just coincidence, but a deliberate strategy. Surveillance programs, data collection efforts, and increased funding for law enforcement were all part and parcel of what appeared to be a broader scheme. "Why are we investing so heavily in surveillance technology?" they wrote in a follow-up post. "What are they really monitoring?" Those questions struck a chord. The audience grew, drawn in by the allure of secret knowledge, the promise of unveiling what many suspected but few dared to articulate. The blogger's analysis was meticulous. They examined public records, cross-referenced government spending reports, and interviewed experts in various fields. Each piece of evidence added to the mounting case against the government's narrative. They highlighted alarming statistics, such as the exponential growth of surveillance cameras in urban areas and the unsettling rise in police funding juxtaposed with cuts to social programs. One particularly chilling entry detailed how data collected from social media platforms was being used to profile citizens. "Are we mere data points in a vast algorithm?" they questioned, their tone growing more serious. The implications were staggering. The blogger painted a picture of a society where privacy was a relic of the past, traded away for a false sense of security. As their following expanded, so did the risks. It wasn't long before they began receiving anonymous messages, some supportive, others threatening. "You're playing a dangerous game," read one chilling message, sent from an untraceable account. The blogger understood that they were treading on dangerous ground, yet fueled by a mix of fear and determination, they pressed on. In their most provocative post, they made a bold declaration. "What if these programs are not about safety, but control?" This statement sent shockwaves through their community. The blogger argued that the government was not only surveilling citizens, but actively manipulating perceptions through fear and misinformation. The idea of a hidden agenda began to resonate with their readers, sparking intense discussions across forums and social media platforms, creating a digital web of dissent. The blogger also highlighted a series of government contracts awarded to private companies specializing in surveillance technology. "Who benefits from this?" they asked. "Those in power or the citizens?" The implications were profound. They drew connections between political donations, lobbying efforts, and the increasing influence of private corporations on public policy. This investigation culminated in a series of posts titled "The Web of Control." Each entry peeled back another layer of the conspiracy. The blogger meticulously documented how legislation was passed under the guise of public safety, often with little to no public debate. Readers were captivated, and many began to share the posts widely, spreading the message beyond the original audience. With each revelation, the atmosphere grew thicker with tension. The blogger's tone shifted to one of urgency. "If we remain silent, we become complicit," they warned. "It is our duty to question, to challenge, and to demand transparency from those in power." The narrative had transformed from a personal blog into a rallying cry for accountability. But just as the blogger seemed to gain momentum, their platform faced an unprecedented challenge. One day, they logged into their account only to find it had been suspended. "Your account has violated our community guidelines," read the automated message. This action sent shockwaves through their followers. Was this a coincidence or a calculated effort to silence dissent? The blogger took to other platforms, creating backups and alternative channels. They urged their followers to continue the conversation, to share their findings, and to remain vigilant. "This is just the beginning," they asserted defiantly. "They may try to silence us, but the truth will always find a way to surface." In the weeks that followed, a myriad of responses flooded in. Some denounced the blogger as a conspiracy theorist, while others hailed them as a hero. The tension between skepticism and belief intensified, mirroring the broader societal divide over government transparency and individual rights. As the blogger navigated this tumultuous landscape, they remained steadfast, continuing to uncover new information and connect with like-minded individuals. They became part of a larger movement, a collective of voices demanding accountability and transparency. The story of the blogger who revealed a hidden government agenda is not just about one person's journey. It is a reflection of our society's struggle with power, control, and the quest for truth. It raises unsettling questions. How much do we really know about what's happening behind closed doors? What are the costs of our silence? As we reflect on this tale, we must remember that the search for truth often comes at a price. The digital rabbit hole can be both illuminating and dangerous, revealing secrets that some would prefer remain hidden. The blogger's journey serves as a reminder that curiosity, courage, and a commitment to questioning authority can sometimes lead us to uncomfortable places. And perhaps, just perhaps, there are still shadows lurking in the corners of our society, waiting for the next curious mind to uncover them. What other agendas remain concealed, waiting for illumination in the light of truth? The mystery persists, echoing softly in the spaces between our understanding and the unseen forces that govern our lives.